Big day yesterday for the family of a nun killed in 1980 by Father Gerald Robinson. City Council voted to take down a sign honoring Monsignor Jerome Schmit. He's been accused of interfering in the Sister Margaret Ann murder investigation. Lead investigator Brian Duggar has been on the story for months now and joins us to talk about the vote. For Sister Margaret Ann's family, this is a big deal.
It was a really big deal. I mean, they fought for 20 years to get this sign down, and they believed wholeheartedly that Monsignor Jerome Schmit interfered in that investigation when he walked into this police interview that was going on with Gerald Robinson and then walked out with Robinson. Shortly after that, the investigation ended. So for 20 years, and they've approached mayors, the Mud Hens, multiple other people to try to get help getting this sign down. And we did this investigation back in February, and that really seemed to kind of move the needle. I mean, several council members told me that. So I'm glad, we could help the family out.
We've talked about this before, but in his defense, the Monsignor was protecting the Catholic Church. But then it was obstructing justice, and so I think the right thing was done here. So why has it taken this long to make this all happen?
Well, that really is a good question, but I think it just goes back to the power of the Catholic Church. They're certainly don't seem to have as much influence as they did back in 1980. I think multiple people told me that if Robinson had been taken to trial in 1980, he probably wouldn't have been found guilty just because of the power that the church wielded at that time. But they're still very, very powerful. And I think there were a lot of people, I don't want to name names, but there were people who said, we can't really vote against the Catholic Church. And so they still did have that power.
Your story had a lot to do with this happening yesterday, the city council vote. But what exactly was the evidence you think that tipped it?
Yeah, I think what really helped convince the council, a recent story we showed the two waivers that Father Robinson signed. He signed two waivers giving up his right to an attorney. And that seemed to hold a lot of influence with council because a couple of them had made the argument that, look, everybody's got a right to an attorney, but he had signed away his right. And we found those two documents and we put it out there in a story. And again, we heard from multiple people that people were paying attention to it. And there was also another document that Tom Ross had mentioned to council and the honor board about this receipt showing that the Catholic Church had indeed paid for counsel for Father Robinson. And, that seemed to indicate that there might have been some sort of possibly interference in the investigation. They deny it, but, it is what it is.
City Council voted, what, 8-2?
8-2, yep.
Any surprises there?
Well, it was a little surprising to me that two people voted against it, and one of them was Council President Venice Williams. She came out afterwards and told us that, hey, if I had some sort of statement from the police that he had interfered. But Tom Ross did give the board a 3-page letter saying that we believe that essentially they interfered and the investigation was over once that interference happened.
All right. How soon will the sign come down, you think?
Well, yeah, we don't know. We know it has not been scheduled. I reached out to the city and they said it is not on the schedule yet, but they assured us that they would let us know when it is scheduled so we can be there, and the family wants to be there too.
Great reporting. Brian, thanks so much. You can find our 11 Investigates coverage tracking Sister Paul's murder and Schmidt's alleged involvement right now on WTOL 11+. It's a free app download for your TV. Just scan the QR code there on your screen. We'll be right back.